What I'm about to show you is something that even a guy that was investing in real estate for 36 years didn't understand this until I showed him. And this will make a real difference in your life if you watch it until the end. It's even pretty simple, but yet this makes a lot of people say, my gosh, I never realized this before. Let me show you how rent inflation is going to make you rich in your sleep. First, since 2020, US rents have climbed 36% on average. In some cities, it's more like 40 to 50% plus. That's not rent growth, that's like rent doing its best impression of a meme stock. But here's the part most people miss. This isn't really about where people are moving, it's about where not enough housing exists. This isn't the surprising game-changing thing that I have to show you yet either, but rent growth with the white bars is the highest, green is the least rent growth. Supply is the puppet master here, always has been. Texas, San Francisco, Denver, and Minneapolis. Notice how they lag? Yeah, more supply, less pressure, less lift. Meanwhile, the rest of the country, tighter inventory means that rents are getting this steady caffeine drip. Now here's the part where Get Rich Education viewers see what others don't, and this is the paradigm shifter. That is, how much even a modest rent increase blows up your wealth. Okay, so let's keep it simple here. Say that you're charging rent of $2,000 a month, minus a $1,000 mortgage that you're paying, minus your $800 in expenses. That leaves you with $200 of monthly cash flow. Okay, now we'll say that a year passes and rents rise by 3%. This makes your rent $2,060, not so exciting so far, minus your mortgage of $1,000, which stays locked in. You won't believe the power of this. Minus your expenses of now $824, which rose 3% with inflation. This leaves you with $236 of cash flow. So $200 up to $236. This part is not a 3% gain. This is an 18% increase in your income, what you feel in your pocket. Extrapolate this effect across all of your portfolio's properties, and it's like your income going from 100K up to 118K and compounding every single year. Inflation couldn't touch your fixed mortgage payment, and that's why this is a leveraged wealth builder. If this breakdown is useful so far, hit like. It helps more than you think, and thanks in advance for the thumbs up. Now, does this feel wrong in any way? The thing is, you aren't fleecing your tenant, it's just an adjustment to inflation. A little bump to them and a big difference to you. Instead, you are getting rich because you're leveraging the bank's money. Because if you had no mortgage, you wouldn't have this much benefit. It's that fixed mortgage payment that stayed the same. And it's just another way that real estate investors get rich in their sleep ethically, yet few really ever understand how. Yeah, I've had a 36-year-long veteran real estate investor tell me that this concept was a revelation, and this is what I describe as cash flow enhancement. It's the third of 3 crowns in the inflation triple crown that describes how real estate investors win with inflation 3 ways at the same time. Now, at this particular time in the market cycle, there's really both bad news and good news that tempers this. The bad news is that here, rent increases are below average this year. Now, some landlords at this time are even reducing rents, especially apartment building owners. It's the long-term direction that's up. And then the good news is that I only used a 3% rent increase in our example. The average since 2020 is a 6% increase. And I should add that the map that I showed, its data is sourced from Zillow, and it represents typical mid-market rentals in a region. The bottom line here is that since 2020, national rents have increased faster than historic norms. That has since slowed, and the big lesson is that few real estate investors ever have the epiphany of this cash flow enhancement effect. Just another way that inflation makes you wealthy when you buy income property with a mortgage loan. That's the formula. I have a 3-part instructional video series on this called the Inflation Triple Crown that's totally free to watch. Click here to start and be sure to subscribe to the channel.